Welcome back to Rhythm Guitar Book 2. This book focuses on open chords, strumming, and fingerstyle patterns. You can watch all these videos for free, but it's going to be a lot easier to learn if you have your own copy of Rhythm Guitar 2 that you can read from and write in. So I'll leave a link for that in the description. We're on page 34 now, and we have a new marking called the fermata, or hold. This marking at the top of page 34 is called a fermata. Sometimes it's called a hold. When you see a fermata above your music, you just hold whatever note or chord is below that fermata extra. Most often you'll see a fermata at the end of the song where you would normally hold out a note anyway, but sometimes you'll see it in the middle of the song where you just stop and hold out a note or a chord for dramatic effect. There's no rule for exactly how long to hold a fermata out. It's just really up to your judgment. If you're playing by yourself, hold a fermata out for as long as it feels right. And if you're playing in a group that has a conductor or a band leader, that leader will indicate how long to hold the fermata, and then we'll cue the group back in on the next note. So this example at the top of page 34, this D minor example, we have two quarter notes and then a fermata above beat 3. So normally you would play that 1, 2, 3, 4, and then stop right there because it's supposed to be 2 beats. But with the fermata, it's simply 1, 2, hold it for however long you feel, and if there's more music after that, you continue on. Number R48 is Happy Birthday. It's in 3/4 time. It's marked moderato, or the kind of typical happy birthday tempo. And it has some fermatas to watch out for. In the last line, the last measure, there's a fermata above that G chord. You know, when at the end, you're just happy birthday to you, and then everybody just holds that last note out for a while. There's also a fermata in the second measure of the second line. This is where everybody sings, happy birthday, dear whoever. Everybody holds that out for a while and then continues. So let's see how we would handle that playing chords. And we're just going to keep it simple. Happy Birthday is a simple song. We're in 3/4 time, so it's just going to be bass, strum, strum. So we would play happy birthday to D7. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday. And then you just hold that note out for a while. Don't worry about trying to come in on the word happy after that fermata. Just come in on the D7. Happy birthday to you. And then just hold that last G chord out. I'm going to play this one twice. First time a little faster, second time at a slower practice tempo. Feel free to play along, and if you don't like my tempo, go ahead and set a metronome to your own speed. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Go. And hold. One, 2, 3, 1, 2. And hold. Number R49, Silent Night, is in 3/4 time. It's marked gently, quarter equals 88. So even if you could play it faster, 88 is your top speed. I'm going to be playing this fingerstyle, although you could use a pick and use a pick pattern if you like. And I'm going to use our simple pattern, the P-I-M-A pattern that you learned on page 9. 1, 2, 3, with those last two fingers at the same time on beat 3. We've been playing alternate bass patterns, but I'm not going to use an alternating bass pattern here. It seems a little over the top for this type of song. So at the beginning we have our C chord on Silent Night. Do, 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 do. And it continues on like that. So that's not too tricky. I do want to point out these D minors in the second line and in the third line are more substitute chords. The chord you really should be using there is an F chord. You're going to learn the F chord on page 54, but if you already know the F chord from somewhere else, I would use the F chord instead of the D minor. But we're going to use the D minor right here. Anyway, you play that pattern all the way through into the last line. I'm going to actually go in the last two measures of the third line so we can get into these fermatas. So we have on a G7, sleep in heavenly. Now last line, P. Now we have a fermata over this note right here. So rather than doing your pattern, you're just going to strum. So the beginning of that second line, the C, peace, and then strum, and then you hold that, and then you continue on. Sleep in heavenly peace, and there's a fermata over the last measure, so go ahead and strum that and hold it as long as you feel like. I'm going to play this one twice through. First time I'm going to play it at the marked speed of quarter equals 88, and second time I'm going to play at quarter equals 65, so it's going to be a little slower practice tempo. And I encourage you to play along with either of those versions. I am going to be playing fingerstyle, but you can use another pattern if you like. And just as I did with Happy Birthday, when we reach those fermatas, I'm just going to let the metronome click along, which I don't usually do when there's a fermata, but I'll let it click along and I'll just count so we're all coming in together in the next measure. 1, 2, 3, 1, ready, play. One, two, three, one, ready, play. Ready, go. And hold. Your assignment is to practice Happy Birthday and Silent Night on page 34. You can use the patterns I played, or you can choose your own. You have several things to look for in your music now other than just the notes. You've got your time signature, you have your tempo markings, you have repeat signs, and now you have fermatas. Remember that it's a sign of professionalism to write in your music. So write any reminders that you need, especially things that are easy to miss like fermatas and repeats. As always, work on keeping a steady beat by playing along with the video or play to a metronome so you can choose your own tempo. Practice these lead sheets until you're comfortable with them. It could be a week, maybe more, maybe less. And when you're ready, I'll see you on page 35 with the lead sheet for Joshua Fought the Battle of Jericho.